Ukrainian MiG-29 crews continue precision strikes across all fronts, targeting Russian positions. French-supplied AASM Hammer guided bombs were used to hit Russian facilities in Tyotkino, a site repeatedly hit, yet still used for storing equipment and prepping drones. Unfortunately, Ukraine just lost an F-16 fighter, but the Ukrainian Air Force continues to strike Russian targets. An overview of recently destroyed equipment. Recent destruction of Russian heavy equipment. Since the start of 2025, Russian losses in personnel have exceeded 140,000. Commander-in-Chief Syrsky added to the footage. Russian losses are intensifying as their commanders push harder to capture more territory. Under mounting pressure from the Kremlin, Russian forces are launching aggressive assaults with little regard for casualties. Units are being rushed into poorly planned offensives, often with minimal support. As a result, Ukraine is inflicting heavy losses on advancing Russian troops, destroying armored columns and grinding down their offensive capabilities. Despite the growing toll, Russian commanders seem determined to maintain the momentum, leading to even more brutal and costly battles across the front lines. The 12th Brigade Azov destroyed a Russian column approaching their positions. The Azov Brigade repelled yet another baseless Russian assault near Toretsk. Despite using modified assault vehicles, Russians were crushed. In recent fighting near Toretsk, Ukraine's 12th Azov Brigade delivered a decisive blow to Russian forces, attempting yet another assault. A Russian column, equipped with modified assault vehicles, advanced toward Azov's defensive positions under the cover of artillery fire. However, Ukrainian troops, well prepared and deeply entrenched, spotted the movement early and set up a deadly ambush. As the Russian vehicles pushed forward, Ukrainian forces unleashed a coordinated attack using anti-tank missiles, drones, and artillery strikes. Within minutes, the lead vehicles were disabled, creating a bottleneck that left the entire column exposed. Azov Brigade units, trained for rapid response, moved in to exploit the chaos, targeting surviving vehicles and infantry trying to regroup. Despite deploying upgraded assault vehicles designed to withstand more damage, Russian forces were unable to break through the Ukrainian lines. Many of the vehicles were destroyed before they could even reach effective firing range. Those that managed to close the distance were quickly neutralized in close-quarter fighting, with Azov troops using a combination of small arms, grenades, and precision drone strikes. The failed assault is just the latest in a series of costly Russian offensives near Toretsk. Over the past several weeks, Russian commanders have been under increasing pressure to deliver territorial gains, leading to a surge in high-risk, high-casualty attacks. However, the lack of proper reconnaissance, poor coordination, and underestimation of Ukrainian defenses continue to cost them dearly. The 12th Azov Brigade, known for its resilience and tactical skill, has become a major obstacle for Russian forces operating in the area. Their ability to quickly adapt to evolving battlefield conditions and their effective use of modern technology, including first-person view drones and advanced optics, has given them a decisive edge. After the battle, aerial footage confirmed the scale of the Russian losses. Charred vehicles, destroyed armor, and scattered equipment littered the approach routes, with some reports suggesting that entire platoons were wiped out in the assault. Ukrainian soldiers surveying the aftermath described the scene as yet another reminder that Russian assaults without proper planning are doomed to fail. While the Russian command continues to press for breakthroughs, the heavy losses sustained near Toretsk are a stark warning. In other developments, Ukraine continues to expand its technological edge with the unveiling of two new systems. The Alligator 9, a naval anti-ship platform, is designed to carry between 6 and 10 torpedoes, boosting Ukraine's ability to threaten Russian vessels at sea. Meanwhile, the Project Cessna UAV bomber promises to redefine aerial operations. Capable of dropping up to 250 kilograms of bombs, the drone can strike targets up to 600 kilometers away, or switch to kamikaze mode for missions stretching over 2,200 kilometers. These new platforms signal Ukraine's growing focus on long-range precision strikes. These innovations highlight Ukraine's ingenuity on the battlefield, turning limited resources into cutting-edge solutions that keep Russian forces off balance. The Russian army attacked the center of Sumy with a ballistic missile. As usual, they just attacked the street, random people. Many dead civilians, wounded and killed people are lying everywhere. This is an absolute nightmare. In Sumy, following a strike by terrorists from the Russian Federation, there are already 83 injured and dozens of civilians killed. The Kremlin butcher openly mocks the notion of negotiations and continues his genocide of the Ukrainian people. Russian forces committed another war crime by launching a ballistic missile strike on the center of Sumy, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky reported. As of now, 31 people have been killed, including 2 children. 10 children were among the wounded. All victims are receiving medical treatment. Residential buildings and city infrastructure sustained significant damage. According to Ukraine's defense intelligence, Russian troops from the 112th and 448th Missile Brigades executed the attack. The missiles were launched from Lysky in Russia's Voronezh region and Lezhenki in the Kursk region. Preliminary assessments suggest that either Iskander-M missiles or North Korean-made KN-23s were used. Around 200 Chinese mercenaries are fighting alongside Russian forces in Ukraine, per Reuters. U.S. officials say they're poorly trained and have minimal impact. Meanwhile, Chinese officers, approved by Beijing, have been observing the war from behind Russian lines and even visiting the front to draw tactical lessons. President Trump said that negotiations between Russia and Ukraine are going fine, but there is a time to put up or shut up.
There are other talks going well. I think Ukraine and Russia might be going okay, and you're going to be finding out pretty soon. You know, there's a point at which you just have to either put up or shut up, and we'll see what happens. But I think it's going fine.
Russian propagandist Margarita Simonian, YouTube as an infection spreader must be banned completely.
But human nature, especially that of a teenager, especially a child, is such that if there is equal access, there is something harmful and something beneficial. The child by nature is such, how should I put it? A cheeky one would likely choose the harmful option. Well, any child, even in our childhood, would likely be more joyful running around garages than proving some theorem in geometry, right? And even in our childhood, if we heard some risque joke somewhere, we were more likely to retell it to each other and our friends than Pushkin's poems. That's the nature of it. So there's only one solution here: to forbid. My children are forbidden, for instance. Do not let your granddaughter watch this. Just forbidden. Just set up parental controls. No YouTube, Guta State. Goodbye. I believe YouTube should be completely banned, as it spreads all kinds of infections. But until this is done, or done only partially, it seems to me this is our parental responsibility.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to support Warthog Defense, please become our member and get early access to new videos, exclusive members-only videos, and become administrator in comment section. The membership link is in the description.
Rescues every day. We had a guy last week at 6 rescues in 6 days. You know, he's doing the job every day.